Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So today I want to talk about Bitcoin and the start of something huge, absolutely huge. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the biggest Bitcoin conference there is. Today is the start of Bitcoin 2023. Now, prior years, we saw some volatility whenever this conference was being held, and last year no different, right? But we always get some exciting news out of this conference. It's definitely the biggest Bitcoin conference of them all, solely concentrated on Bitcoin only, right? And right now, Bitcoin, you can see, is still hovering around 27,200. We had a little volatility over last day, dropped down to 26, now back up to 27, right? So what will be announced today? I can't wait to hear about it. But in addition to this very large conference, something else that I'm paying attention to is the DXY. DXY is starting to go higher, which is really strange. We went down to about 100 recently, now back up to 103, almost to 104. And of course, many are wondering if this is the reason why Bitcoin is so flat and not gaining any more strength. And that makes a lot of sense. Just look at this. The DXY correlation with Bitcoin, you clearly see when DXY goes down, which is the strength of the dollar, strength of Bitcoin goes up, right? But some people are charting the DXY and they have noticed this pattern, the head and shoulders pattern. So the DXY continues to drop because of this pattern. Well, definitely it will help Bitcoin because many people think that Bitcoin is about to make that local top in the next few months. It hasn't happened yet, but certainly could be coming. And you may be wondering, why is the DXY getting stronger? Well, here's the thing, whenever there's fear about recession, and I'm not talking about just recession in the US, whenever there's fear about recession worldwide or economic turmoil worldwide, generally speaking, the strength of the dollar gets stronger. And that's what we're hearing once again. Even though the US is leading the way, we're seeing economic data come in softer than normal, which is what Paul wants. Somehow I think this is also translating to DXY going up. It actually, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense, but that is what's happening right now. So we could very well see a reversal because of this pattern and then see Bitcoin go upwards. But of course, you know what? In addition to the DXY chart, I mean, there's so many others that show that Bitcoin is just doing its thing, getting ready, and about to make the next leg or the next cycle top. I mean, this is clear as day, showing the bottoms and the tops, right? And we are coming off from the bottoms. I mean, it's clear as day, right? But there's also other metrics that show that Bitcoin is just getting stronger. Not only coming from bottom. This one is looking at supply on the exchanges, just all the way down, all the way down. Not only Bitcoin but Ethereum. Ethereum's reserve on exchanges is at an all time low, and go all the way back to 2015. And Bitcoin's reserve on exchanges goes back all the way to 2017. So if supply continues to drop and drop and drop, well, you know what that's going to do to price, right? It's just a matter of time. And also the hash rate of Bitcoin continues to go higher. Just look at that. It is not stopping. Okay. Miners, their conviction in Bitcoin is never ending. Is never ending. They continue to stock up more and more miners. Okay, they continue to expand and they continue to increase the hash rate. I mean, just look at it. Bitcoin is the only crypto where the price trails the hash rate. Think about that. The only one. Every other one is dependent on the hash rate or the volume or something like that. But Bitcoin is the only one that actually trails and eventually catches up to the miners or the mining difficulties, I should say. So, part growing fundamentals that continue to grow each and every day. And these miners, unfortunately, they are looking to expand elsewhere. So, because of some of this regulatory pressure in the U.S., you have Bit Digital that's looking to expand to Iceland. However, the good news is there are a lot of states that protect miner rights, right? So, even though there's a lot of regulatory pressure from states and from Gary and others, right? These miners continue to look for ways to expand and grow like this US Bitcoin Corp and grow and grow and grow and grow. But we know that, you know, Ripple is fighting a good fight, right? Spent 200 million defending itself and the entire crypto industry from Gary Gensler. But unfortunately, Brad Garlinghouse sees more crypto firms leaving the US because of the lack of clarity from Gary Gensler. That sucks. That really, really sucks. So, I made a lot of videos recently about Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse, right? I think they're going to win this case. It's going to be absolutely huge for an entire sector. But unfortunately, we're still left waiting to see the outcome of this and the outcome of all these other lawsuits and the outcome really um, of everything. Is Gary going to be removed? Are we going to actually see some clarity? Right? We don't know. We don't know at this point. Um, but in other news, Ripple also starting a platform for central banks to issue CBDCs. Interesting. We do hear a lot about central banks wanting to introduce their own CBDC, central bank digital currency. And Ripple's going to make that happen. Like, why not? Why not put on the XRP ledger, right? So that's pretty positive. And then the last two things, banking, Finance Australia says banking disrupted as payment provider cuts service. Unfortunately, it's not just the US. There are a few other places out there. Australia is pretty pro crypto as far as I can tell, but banks are not. Banks are still kind of fearful about crypto and bitcoins, especially because it's kind of eating their lunch, right? It makes sense. There's a lot of people turning to crypto right now with all the bank weaknesses. So it makes sense that some of them are like, we're not going to help accelerate the demise of ourselves, right? So if you're using Binance Australia, you have to wait and see. Um, hopefully this gets resolved soon, and there'll be another banking provider in the near future. And lastly, more SBF news. Not that any of us want more SBF news, but FTX itself is suing SBF because they purchased a worthless fintech company for like $55 million, and the company was worth no more than 1 million. And there's leaked email that came out, how this company Embed couldn't even support 60 or no 600 new accounts, and they paid them like tens of millions of dollars. So it makes one wonder: was this like an insider buying? It's just like a friend or something, right? So FTX actually suing SBF over this acquisition, adding to the list of bad things that have come out of SBF. All right, guys, that's it for today. I've lost my voice. Maybe partied a little bit too hard last night, but stay strong, my friends. I think good things are going to come out of this conference, and I'll definitely report them as they come. Okay? Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.